clear that there will be no class 12 CBSE board examinations. In about the next couple of days, Padmaja, we can expect the CBSE and the Education Ministry to sit down to hold meetings to find an evaluation manner, like the manner in which they came up for class 10. Similarly, they will be developing an internal assessment criterion in which the academic evaluation of the students will take place. The Prime Minister has notably also taken into consideration the several requests that were made by students themselves, by the parents, by the Teachers Association, and many of the school principals who themselves were urging the central government to take a decision that would be in favor of the students, as majority of the students were demanding to cancel the class 12th examination. And keeping the safety of the students of our country in mind, the Prime Minister now making it very clear in today's meeting that the class 12 board examination will stand cancelled. CBSE and Education Ministry together now in the next couple of days will formulate a criteria in which the evaluation for the students will take place, whether it is going to be an internal assessment, whether it's going to be an online assessment, whether the several tests or exams that students have given since 2020, whether all those marks are going to be calculated in certain, manner. All that will get clear in the days to come. But the biggest decision from today's meeting, Padmaja, that CBSE class 12th examinations stand cancelled, as it has been decided by the Prime Minister himself.
In fact, the points that the Prime Minister was making, elaborate on that. Now we know that the exams stand cancelled, that the results process and how you will arrive at the marking, that is going to be done in some time. There is no details of that just as yet. But what were the factors that went into making the decision, and that the Prime Minister, the message that he put out? Tell us about that, Aditi.
Well, the crux was similar to what the Prime Minister said when he took the decision of cancelling the examinations for class 10 students. At that time also, the Prime Minister had said that the health and safety of our students is of utmost importance. Education clearly is secondary. In today's meeting also, the Prime Minister said that the COVID situation has affected the academic calendar, and the issue of board exams has been causing immense anxiety among students, parents and teachers, which must be put to an end. The Prime Minister went ahead to say that the students, parents and teachers are naturally worried about the health of the students in such a situation. He also went ahead to say that the students should not be forced to appear for exams in such a stressful situation. He also mentioned that the health and safety of our students is of utmost importance, and there will be no compromise whatsoever. So now the onus of deciding how the evaluation is going to be is on the CBSE and Education Ministry. But the Prime Minister made it very clear in today's meeting, which was attended by the CBSE chairman, officials from the Ministry of Education, several union ministers, including Amit Shah, Rajnath Singh, Nirmala Sitharaman, Smriti Irani, that we will not take any risk with the health and safety of the students of our country.
And that really, Megha Prasad is also joining us now. That really, Megha, is the underlying sentiment of taking this decision. Health above all.
I think you must now give the credit to the Prime Minister, because this was the chorus growing. Padmaja, the big story that we are breaking on Times Now right now is the meeting that was held under the Prime Minister's chairmanship. The meeting which just got over some time back. In that meeting, the decision has been taken to cancel the Class 12 board examination. What we are now being told from the Prime Minister's office is this, that the Class 12 results will be made as per a well-defined objective criteria in a time-bound manner. Decision on Class 12 exams has been taken in the interest of the students, is what the Prime Minister said. Padmaja, we need to stress under this line, because it is the Prime Minister's decision. This was being talked about so much that the Prime Minister, when it came to Class 10th examination, it was him who actually intervened and went against the advice of the secretaries and other ministers who were of the opinion that the exams of Class 10 should be held. Prime Minister intervened, said the health of the people, of the children, is going to be of prime importance. Safety is of prime importance, and that is why Class 10th exams were cancelled. In the same manner, Prime Minister has intervened this time as well. In fact, he intervened at 2 occasions. It was at his behest that a wider consultation was held, and today it was the Prime Minister who chaired at this all-important meeting and the decision has been arrived at. The class 12th examination stands cancelled. This is what the PM said. I am quoting the PM here, Padmaja. He said, health and safety of our students is of utmost importance and there would be no compromise on this aspect. Anxiety among students, parents and teachers, which must be put to an end, is what the Prime Minister said. PM has also said students should not be forced to appear for exams in such a stressful situation. Well, he has actually read the mind and the heart of children. He then said all stakeholders need to show sensitivity for the students. These are the lines of the Prime Minister. These are the statements being made by the Prime Minister right after the meeting when the decision was arrived at. I'm also going to take you through these. This is the biggest story that we are breaking, Padmaja, in quite some time. And this is what the Prime Minister's office now tells us. The PM, after chairing, of course, this all-important meeting, the officials in that meeting, Padmaja, gave a detailed presentation on the wide and extensive consultation held so far and the views received from all the stakeholders, including the state governments. Remember that big meeting that Rajnath Singh chaired? In view of the uncertain conditions due to COVID-19 and the feedback obtained from various stakeholders, it was decided that Class 12 board exams would not be held this year. It was also decided that CBSE will take steps to compile the results of Class 12 students as per well-defined objective criteria in a time-bound manner. The Prime Minister said that the decision on Class 12 CBSE exams has been taken in the interest of students. He stated that COVID-19 has affected the academic calendar and the issues of board exams has been causing immense anxiety among students, parents and teachers, which must be put to an end. The Prime Minister said that the COVID situation is a dynamic situation across the country, while the numbers at this point in time are coming down in the country and some states are managing the situation through effective micro-containment. Some states have still opted for a lockdown. Students, parents and teachers are naturally worried about the health of the students in such a situation. PM said that students should not be forced to appear for exams in such a stressful situation. The Prime Minister stressed that the health and safety of our students is of utmost importance and there would be no compromise on this aspect. He said that in today's time, such exams cannot be the reason to put our youth at risk. PM has also said that all stakeholders need to show sensitivity for students. PM has directed the officials to ensure that the results are prepared in accordance with well-defined criteria in a fair and